Hey everybody, this is Lord Magicus, and this week we are continuing our trek through New Modern. We're going to play Izzet Merfolk this week. So, why are we going to play Izzet? Well, Izzet accomplishes a few different things that I like. Lightning Bolt is actually pretty good against the Asmo decks, because Bolt actually kills Asmo on turn 1. That's great. And if we can keep the Asmo off the board, then maybe we can stop them from killing off all of our creatures. So, that would be nice. Otherwise, we have the Abrade in the sideboard, which is really good against the Stoneforge Mystic decks, since we have seen quite a number of them. Lots of Kaldra Completes and Batterskulls and Sword of Fire and Ices. Well, Abrade is one of the best ways to blow up swords and other equipment. So it's instant speed. It's also really good if we go up against other creature decks. So I am happy to play this card. And then the other thing, we actually have Blood Moon that we can play against in the Amulet Titan decks that we might come up against. So I guess it's also worth noting Abrade is helpful against the Lantern deck. It's not a permanent, or it's not like an amazing solution, because a lot of times they'll just try to mill them off the top of the deck, or take them with discard. But it is an answer to Lantern. So if we go up against it, like, we have something. It does relevant things against Affinity, because it can blow up their artifacts regardless of how big they are. So you can hit like Cranial Plating, or maybe the other new one that they have, it's like all that glitters except it's an equipment. So yeah, there's a lot of relevant targets against those decks. So yeah, mostly I just want I want better removal and something that hedges against Stoneforge a little bit. So we're gonna try Izzet and see how this goes. I mean, there's other options that we could be playing. There's plenty of good cards in red that we don't have right now, but maybe like Royal Scions or Biforce would be good. We'll try this and see how this goes. We'll keep Relic and Chalice, because stuff like Living End and the Rhino Cascade deck are still all over the place, and these are good cards against them. Counterspells are, very bread and butter to our list. I'm gonna play Master Waves here because I'm playing the Izzet mana base. Like, I don't feel too comfortable playing Blood Moon and not having a bunch of basics, so I'm not gonna play Mutavaults, but we still have some Fiery Islets to make up for that. And we have 20 lands. We're gonna try to curve up into some Master Waves. I don't know if we've played Master Waves with Svyelun yet, so it should be pretty interesting. Yeah, with that, let's go and get into a league. Okay, here we go. I think our hand looks really good. We're going to keep it. We are, however, on the draw. So, let's see what we're up against. Forest. Hierarch. Yeah, we play Aether Vial. They might not know what to expect from Spirebluff Vial. Wall of Roots. Okay, so this might be the Yawgmoth combo. That's pretty good. I'll just flash in a Trickster based on what they do. The next turn I can just play like 2 Lords, and then we hopefully can start doing pretty well. Maybe curve up into this Master Waves, that'd be nice. If I play the Islet, they don't necessarily know that I'm Merfolk yet, so that's why I didn't play the Cavern. I don't want to tell them what's going on just yet, so they don't necessarily expect that this breeding pool is a liability. You might feel safe behind their Wall of Roots. Maybe this Hierarch will get brave and Trickster can just eat it. It's possible. Alright. Paying some costs. Does it Shardless Agent? Or no, what do we got? Urza! Oh fuck, alright. Well, now I feel good about this Trickster because now we can kill this construct. So what the hell is this all about? So let's kill the construct. I don't have a good way of dealing with Urza though. Guess maybe Lightning Bolt would be okay. We have to kill them quickly. Alright. I guess... I might want to play this Master next turn. So there may be Trickstering of this Urza. Let's turn it off right now. Maybe if we draw a land and we can play Master Waves, we might be just ridiculously winning. Who knows? But I mean, basically everything is a good draw at this point. Probably except another Aether Vial. So they have to make a choice. Like, they can either activate this one time, right now. Okay, they're gonna do it. What are you gonna cast? Womp womp womp. Nope, that is not gonna be helpful. You can play your Foothills, but it does like nothing. Okay. So they had a pretty bad turn. I'm gonna leave Vial on 2 so I can play Master and potentially like Vial in this. We draw a land. That's pretty good too. Oops, wrong one. We'll play Svyelun. I mean, this is looking pretty good right now. I'd probably just leave the Vial on 2. There's not really a good reason to tick it up. I mean, there's also a very high chance that we just kill them next turn, so... They have to kill off both of the Lords, and there's Ward on both of them. So, I don't know how exactly they would manage to do this. Maybe they find, like... I don't even know what they could find here. This just seems like it's going to be really hard. Even if they wipe the board, like, Svyelun is still going to live, so... They are in a lot of trouble. This is probably too much, so let's hope so. I don't know what this is about. I'm not familiar with this version of Urza, so maybe... Alright, maybe they'll show us something. Noble Hierarch. That's not going to do dink. I think that means they're dead. The only thing is, like, I don't know, Lightning Bolt, I'm not necessarily sure that it's good. I guess if it's like turn 1 and we can kill a Hierarch or something, it might be fine. If they're playing Urza, like, do they have more artifacts that I don't know about? Maybe Abrade's worth it. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing here, so you gotta really think about this. Is Force of Negation helpful? They seem to be just playing a lot of creatures, so I'm not actually sure that Force is what we want. Could bring in Counterspell, potentially. Because Counterspell can at least hit the Urza, which is nice. Blood Moon is okay. I don't know, like they could very easily just play like a Hierarch and a Wall of Roots, and then Blood Moon is totally useless. Maybe we want Abrades. I don't know. It's actually really hard to. I'm not sure. Could do it like this. I mean, they might have like Collected Company or something. Maybe we just do it like this. So we have 4 counterspell effects and 3 bolts. That seems like it's fine. I mean, I feel like we're probably pretty good here. They're giving us natural islands walk, and I'm guessing they're not super removal heavy, so this hand's pretty bad. If we have any like halfway decent aggressive curve against them, we'll probably win. They mold a 6. I think we have to mold a 6 too. This is a lot better. I'll just put one of these islets in the bottom. We have something to do on turn 1, and then we can play a master and hopefully find another land. Okay. I'll just play Flooded Strand and pass. Alright, so we got our land. So if I have to bolt myself to bolt something, I will do it, but it seems like they don't have a Hierarch because they would have played it in turn 1 if they did. We might play Wall of Roots. That is a fucking problem. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, I guess I can play like the master safely, because then it's just a 1-for-1. But like all of our important stuff is 3 mana. Get a basic island here. That's fine. I have no fear. Master, you're gonna go out. Yeah, I have like Svyelun and Reejerey, so I can kind of play around this. But all right, this is something that's worth abrading if we had it. Oh, you know, yeah, they might have. Oh, I didn't even think about it. They might have Emery, so maybe Relic had a place here, but we'll see. I don't know what their deck list looks like yet. Important, we can't just like F6 here because they. Okay, so they are a Sultai deck. That is something I am definitely going to fucking bolt. Alright, so let's think about this. I could attack, they could block. I don't think they're going to block. But if they block then and they trade with this, then I can just play like Svyelun or something. I don't think that they're going to. I'm pretty sure I'm happy if they do. Okay, deal. Next turn I can play Reejerey and still hold up a bolt. Tireless Tracker is just not a card that you want to like see. Alright, they have another one? That's fine. Again, they're tapped out here, so. They played a Dryad Arbor. I mean, that's kind of annoying, but I can deal with this. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm definitely lightning bolting this thing. I think the most mana efficient thing to do is Reejerey plus bolt. Yeah, if you want to block with your Dryad Arbor, be my guest. Yeah, this explosives looks really stupid on this board. Okay, draw a card, it's fine. I can play the Silvergill Adept and like tap down this thing. Okay, that's still fine because I can still actually play like another Svyelun and an Adept. And they just fixed our mana a little bit for us, which is nice of them. I guess we play the Adept first. We play. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't have to worry about how I tap this. Tap down Dryad Arbor. That's not bad. Do you want to kill my Adept? I don't think you do. You're not blocking, so you may as well, yeah, you're just taking 2 damage. Yeah, but they saved us 2 life this turn. I guess we'll untap this just and threaten Lightning Bolt. Now, Svyelun is indestructible, so they have to go after these things first. Okay, Goose. Goose is loose. Wonder if they're playing like the Cryptozoologist in this deck. If I play Master, they pretty much have to crack the explosives. It might be fine. I don't even need to, though. I could just attack like this, and this is okay. Now, if they have another Fatal Push, though, I don't want them to, like, crack this and then push this thing. Alright. Play Master, they'll crack this explosives finally. We can still attack, and we have Trickster up. We'll draw a card off of this, too, so. It's a big deal. Like, it might actually just be worth attacking here and just not doing this. This right now is 7-9. Yeah, so if I play the Master, they have to crack it, so I think that's actually worth it. We get to dictate to them what they do. I am going to untap my island. And I can still flash in the Trickster. Excellent draw. Okay, so they still have 1 card in hand. Actually, I should have did this first. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna I'm gonna do this right now. Because if they have Fatal Push, I don't want to give them an opportunity to hit Svyelun. I will untap an island again. Just in case I draw a Bolt. So they seem to be in trouble here. Now I have the ability to Trickster down Arbor and the Goose. Ooh, what the fuck is this? Upheaval! Okay, they have 1 mana floating. Alright. Not that one. Not bad either. Okay, so we have something to play here at least. Okay. So a lightning bolt still just kills them. Not quite. Like, they can still do. Okay, well, bolt still kills them now. Yeah. What do we get? There's still 2 more bolts. Not exactly what I was hoping to see here. It was super dangerous to play this thing right now. So now you have to block with, like, at least one of these. That's not pleasant. I don't know if they realize what they did here. They powered up our Tide Shaper. Did you not have another land you could have played? Yeah, you do have to block that. I mean, you still know I have Svyelun, so I may as well show it to you. Okay. Well, that's really good. That means you can tap something down and push through a ton of damage this turn. So Upheaval, yeah, this is one of the reprints in Modern Masters or Modern Horizons too. So yeah, their deck seems to be based on like Urza into this thing, and they just float a bunch of mana with Urza. So let's see here. Oh, that's actually fantastic. So they can block 1, gain 3 life, but I think Counterspell just kills them. They're going to go to 4 and they're going to take 4. Now, yeah, there's like not much they can really do. Conceded. Alright, we win! Yatta! We didn't even really need the red spells for the most part. Like, yeah, just our regular plan of getting there with Island Walk creatures was really good against this deck. So, yeah, but it's cool to see Upheaval has actually found a home here. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty good with Urza. If you get like a bunch of food tokens into play, you play Urza, it turns them all into Mox Sapphires, and so you make like 1 billion mana in 1 turn. Cast Upheaval, and then you just like use all your Sapphire mana to just like recast all your spells in the turn, but your opponent has no board, so I mean, that's a kind of an interesting deck design. But we are low enough to the ground here, especially with Tide Shaper. Like, this card was just fantastic to draw there. Yeah, them playing the Breeding Pool was just super dangerous, because now we have a 1-mana 2/2 to just quickly add power to the board to kill them before they can reassemble anything. So yeah, great victory for Merfolk today. Please give this a thumbs up, and I will see you again tomorrow, everybody. Take it easy.